Hey besties, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. You are now one of the besties. In this video, this is all of the items and products I use to achieve the 4 looks in this video. They will be in the description box below. Let's get into it. I am starting on lightly used hair. This bun was about from 2 days ago and I never refreshed it because I knew I was going to do this video for you guys. So I'm going in with my water and my hard bristle brush to make sure that my hair is smooth and going all the way to the back for this next hairstyle. Use your gel of your choice, the edge control, however you do your slick backs, just make sure that it gives that effect. We are now going to take the bun out and saturate our hair into water and put your cream of choice in there and make sure that your hair is moisturized so it can go underneath these clip-ins. You are now going to braid the remainder of your ponytail all the way down to the tip. Make sure that it's secure and make sure that your hair is also moisturized. I'm going in with my Eco Styler gel and forming and preparing my edges for how I want them to be laid. This is a very optional step. I'm just thirsty and I did it before the hairstyle was actually done. You can do your edges on your own time. Now for my ponytail, I only use 2 separate clip-ins. This one I'm spraying right now is a 5 clip-in, and then the one I had before is 3 clip-ins. I made sure that I saturated it with water, and then I also moisturized it with my cream of choice. Make sure I brushed it out, make sure there was no detangles, and then I'm going to show you guys how to apply it. A very important step is to make sure that the clips are unclipped so it is able to grab onto your hair. If they are not digged into your hair or grabbed on into your hair, it's easier for them to fall out, and that's what we don't want, okay? We don't want your hair to fall out. I'm looking out for you, bestie. I applied the clip-ins going down. You're just going to clip the hair into your natural braid and then make sure you snap it. When you don't hear that snap, that means it's not secure. So make sure you hear that snap, and you're going to continue to do the same thing with your second clip-in line. Okay, Jasmine Sullivan, she do it for me every time, y'all. Every time. We're going to do the same thing here. Apply the clip-ins facing down. Dig them into your natural braid and make sure you hear that snap or that clip, whatever you want to call it. Wrap it around. Make sure that the ponytail holder is not seen. You see how you can just see the track? And don't worry, we're going to solve that right now. We're going to reach in the back of our ponytail and we're going to grab one strand of the weave. Make sure that it's straight and smooth. We're now going to wrap it around the track and our ponytail holder so it looks as if, you know, it's not there, if it's coming out our scalp. Now that the ponytail is attached, it's time for the final touches like edges. You can make sure to get your kitchen in the back. I didn't get the kitchen in the back because I want my ponytail to look as natural as possible. And you know, if you got like a perfect kitchen, let's be real. We are now moving on to the claw clip. I know that this hairstyle is very popular right now, and I also did a tutorial with my natural hair on it on my channel, so go check that out if you want to. Now we're going to lift our ponytail up. I decided to bobby pin the ponytail up like this instead of going straight in with the claw clip because I realized that the claw clip was not as strong as I thought it was. When bobby pinning your ponytail up, I want you to use your natural hair braid that's underneath these clip-ins to dig them into your hair. It's going to help it last longer and stay up stronger. I'm going to go in with my claw clip and make sure that every hair and nook and cranny is into this clip, y'all. Because if it's not, it becomes real droopy and you can barely see the clip in the back, and that will just defeat the purpose, right? I just like to play with it and, you know, move it how I want to move it. Okay, girl, pose. Let me see you. Yep, they're my girl. Hey. Now, I didn't really know what to call this hairstyle, but we're going to call it a half up, half down with 2 space buns. I'm spraying around my edges with the water bottle to make sure that everything is soft and up because I did put a lot of gel and edge control in it previously. I'm going to start by parting my hair, just the top section, so I can put it in a ponytail or 2 ponytails. When you're done, you should see it's kind of like a, you know, semicircle. Then I'm going to go in the back and I'm going to split it into 2. I'm gonna start braiding both sections. If you don't know how to braid to your scalp, you can just braid going down like this, and then you're gonna do the other side. These braids do not have to be perfect. These are just preparing your hair to be covered up by your clip-ins. I'm not gonna bobby pin the 2 braids I just did up. It's gonna look like a little pretzel in the back. See, they're not perfect. The part's not perfect. It doesn't have to be. The clip-ins are gonna cover it. Moving on to the front, we're going to part our hair into 2 sections, creating 2 ponytails. Section off one area, and we're going to spray our hard bristle brush with water, slick the ponytail up. Don't do it too tight where it's hurting your head, but also don't do it too loose where it looks saggy or droopy. After all those tasks are done, it should look like that. Now you're going to braid each ponytail down. It should look like this. And wrap that braid around itself. And then bobby pin it for security. It should now look like 2 mini space buns. We're gonna go in with our clip-ins. I use the clip-ins that have 3 clips. When applying your clip-ins, I decided to do it from the front and wrap it around the back. I'm making sure to dig the clip-ins into my natural hair and waiting for that snap to know that it is secure. I'm gonna play with it, make sure that you cannot see my space buns underneath, and do the other side. Go in with my water to make sure that the hair is not brittle or crunchy, or y'all know. Go in doing my edges because you know I'm thirsty, but you can also wait until after the hairstyle is done. Okay, it is finally time for the back part of this hairstyle. This right here is a clip with 5 clip-ins. Now, for this section, you do not want to go straight across your head. No, you want to do a U like this. Yes, because it's going to create the illusion that this hair is coming out of your scalp. And I'm going to continue to do the remainder of the hair left so it can look full and voluptuous. Okay, this one was a clip-in with 4 clips. I just worked my way up. I did 5 first, then 4, then 4, then 2, then 2, then 2. Make sure that you do it in a U shape so it looks like it's coming from your scalp. Show y'all, see? Scalp. Yeah. I'm going with my 2 clip-ins, making sure I do a U shape. I do 1 or 2 more clip-ins, I believe. And if you're worried about your track showing at all, make sure that you get a mirror to look at it from behind and, you know, maneuver the hair around as you see fit. You know, it's called finesse. We're going to finesse the game regardless, y'all. It's not our real hair. We already finessing the game. Because I didn't have a mirror to look at, I'm feeling the hair and seeing if I can feel any tracks, moving my hair around to make sure they are not shown. Also, I take some of the curly parts out of my space buns to also disguise the tracks in the back. Fluff it out. You could also wet it some more so it can become more defined, but I decided I wanted it poofy. You see me pulling one string across the other because I am trying to cover my track. I'm going to go in and spray my curls, do a little touch up on the edges, and boom, that's how you do it. Last but not least, we have a regular half up, half down. We're just going to undo our front part, and we're going to put both sections together, making one whole ponytail. Make sure not to do it too tight or not too loose. and we're gonna braid our remainder ponytail. I decided to use the weft with only 3 clip ends, and I did 2 of those. And also, like we did before, we are going to apply the clip ends facing down. Clip them into our natural braid and make sure we hear the snap for security. Wrap it around all the way up into the ponytail holder or the top of our ponytail. Make sure you take one piece out, make sure it's smooth and presentable, and wrap it around the ponytail. Okay, y'all, we're gonna test it up. Trust the process, y'all. Trust the process. If you're worried about your track showing in the back, don't be. The ponytail will cover all that up. I'm going in with water to make sure that my curls are more defined. I'm gonna do my edges, dance break a little bit, and that's all I have.